There, that should be a lot better. Good afternoon. How you doing? Welcome to the show.
Thank you, beloved. So who's here? Scotty Boy, beloved. I saw Alexander back there. B. Freeman, how you doing? Good to see you, Scotty Boy. Your Highness, you're new. That's nice. Or you're an old person, changed your name. How's it going, G? Good to see you. Looking forward to our show on the melted buildings. So we've got a lot to go over today. I think only a few of you were here for last night's show. Maybe some of you watched it. I'm not sure. Just smile and wave. Yeah, thanks. Whatever works, right? So what was the destination last night? It was our consciousness and abilities are about to have an upgrade. Many people have been talking about this. Hey, Fulcrum, Goddess of Integrity. Hey, Alexander, glad you're here. How these changes will be activated. Now, I don't have the replay with the chat at the moment. So we'll play the last little bit of the video. And somebody's right, our audio isn't so great on this. But let's see what we can suss out of that. Let's see, where do we start here? Right around there. We're seeing some devastation and lessons being. Okay, a little bit further back. Could be almost anything. Let's see what you guys say. Gunpowder and the smell of machinery. Okay, gunpowder and the smell of machinery. That's one way. So we're looking to see what the changes, how these changes will be activated. I think that's kind of the imagery we're getting. Darkness. Giants would be pissed. Yeah, I see dome architecture. Field in a tower trees. Hey, Steve-O. Hey, Marlena. I saw a break-in screw of some sort. Jordan or maybe Nike Bird. Sorry, I'm reading the old comments. Ships way on the horizon. So we have we've got devastation, it seems, gunpowder and machinery. It starts off pretty rough. Okay. So, and lightning we're going to be going through. I see a rose upon rose, but the road, rose. So what I took that one for was heading down a road, heading down a road with danger on both sides, staying the narrow path. A lot of the responses, like the ones that I got as well, seemed to have a lot to do with the pineal, which was interesting. So, because we were discussing changes to our DNA, it's falling together really well. Okay. I see rows upon rows upon rows. Yeah. Do I need to turn my volume up there? Okay, I'm going to leave that one for the moment, Steve-O. Vintage airplane, says Robin. Okay. See, this made me think of some ancient technology that may be on our planet. White, making me dizzy, spinning. Ah, you're in the cyclotron. Being spun around. Williams in a vintage airplane. This is still, we're still at the rough start, I think. She was the rows of roses. Stuck in a cyclotron, it seemed, just spinning. I don't know. Fine, Steve. Seemed to be really a lot of whirling going on. Center top oscillating light. Again with spinning. More spinning. In machinery. Maybe the twisting of the DNA going on. Field's end changes. Field ends with a large body of water. Okay. Hey, Mr. Mission. Teresa's bringing us to. I'm going to get to that, the human, in a bit, Mr. Mission. Lightning Willie I am says, or is it a ship of some sort? Temperance, cataclysm. After there you go, driving down the road, flirting with disaster, right? So a lesson to be learned. Semi trucks delivering delivery trucks. Yeah, we got a lot about that, about food and delivery. Truckers strike. So maybe a lot of starvation. I don't know. Devastation and lessons being learned here. Let's see if it gets any better. Carries cargo. So there's something being delivered. This could be a metaphor for what I saw next was a face. All kinds of things, spiritual. It kind of looked like Santa Claus. It was really in close up. It was cartoonish, like I drew it. Hey, Donnie, how you doing? It had a beard that I couldn't see, but I knew it was there. I see seismograph needle screaming into overload. That's a big change. I wonder if that has anything to do with what I think. That's kind of what you were talking about there, Mr. Mission. The seismograph. Ship after ship keep coming over the horizon. You're that over the keys to it. They'll get into saviors there, Scotty boy. It's going to take a few of mankind to survive the cataclysm. Swirling. That's minus 14 here, really cold. We had a little bit of frostbite on our face walking. We're out of food. Is that what's happening here? I don't know how to describe it. It gives me a feeling of we're not in Kansas. Yeah, I think you're right, Steve. I think this is going to be, as Karen Liz, I see the seismograph screaming. What I saw was a body in the sky after that, radiating electric or magnetic waves, changing the energy. Q. Yeah, I know. Okay. Going to rip the space fabric chips off. Almost like waiting right before you jump off the ledge. Legend. 1234. Mechanical bug. Interesting. Walk in. So later on, we had a couple people going up a mountain to a cave. And that's very reminiscent of Brahma to the cave, very similar to the Santa Claus on a cliff, the Christ story. Teresa's headed up the mountain. Mechanical bug. That's cool. A mountain bunker entrance. You're going with Teresa there, right? No more Mista. Large enough for a huge ship. Walled up, walled in an area. So the ship could be metaphorical as well. The ship could be going to have another something or something different. I said he wouldn't flood. I have a theory on this, and I'll get to it in a moment. Thousands of years ago, in an incident in freedom, ideas at hand, where there's a different realm, say from after original creation. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I should just get a new mic. Something's going to happen. Something big. When I was over. Are you worried? Do you have a link? I'm at a 7 there, talking with them, and something just flashed in my head. And this was the destination that came up with. Canyon says something. Walled up area. Up around. I hope you're not stuck in the canyon. The fireman, says James Ortiz. Rivets, rivulets, shiny something. Could be an old ship. Yeah. Scotty boy is old ships. When I play the music in the background, it kind of garbles my voice a bit. You had Tartaria Empire. Yeah. They're going to come and help us. Could be a return of that global money, society, or technology. Machinery query. That could be your impression of an idealistic society. Okay, Max, it's too early in the show for rummies. I'm getting its backfire on that. Up on there. Temperance says creation, fertile present, 2 separate earths. I'm just guessing. So that separate earth could be a change of earth. send a map, North America, not quite right, a little different. And it does look like there may have been some changes to something Earth. Went wrong. We'll have didn't disappear as it brought them back. Brought who back? That's what you felt a return on earlier. Current times. Yes, absolutely. I think something's going to happen over the Christmas season. It could be that fast. Cool, Giants are pissed. Okay. We're going to get smashed. Smished. Yeah, maybe. Some people think the return of the Giants. Maybe a lot of us are going to get a possibility. I don't know how well we'll do in this atmosphere, but somewhere else. Okay. Something went wrong. Dome architecture. Not with us with the resistors. Okay. So a lot of this have, in my opinion, a lot to do with the Saturn Moon matrix. Jupiter, different funny thing. I saw traction field resonance and turn. Okay, like the human brain. Our consciousness, our DNA. Didn't pay much attention to it. And at the end of what I saw, show you guys all of what I saw, and I've gone through it. So there's another video I want you guys to watch. It's 12 minutes long. But I think that what's going to happen is a lot of changes in the physical, our physical solar system. I think that those are going to be the key to the changes in our DNA. A lot of people believe that the Saturn Moon control matrix is a thing. David Icke promotes that. And it's quite possible. A lot of what we remote view shows very much that type of a system is in place. And this correlates a lot of things together. We also have Roger Spur, Mud Fossil University, claiming that it's possible that Jupiter will be giving birth soon. If this happens, well, it could be an absolute horror. And we did a show, we did remote view that, and it didn't seem like there was going to be devastation. I'm going to have to take a look back at that show. But what that would cause is a change in our universe, in our solar system, sorry. And that change, if another body came in, say like Venus or who knows how big, it would have to settle into its spot at changing our solar system. And that would change everything. That would change the magnetics of everything. People are talking about this pole shift that happens regularly. Maybe this is the cause of it. Maybe there's a regular birth that happens from Jupiter, changing the consciousness, changing man over time. Because it would also change our Schumann resonance. And we'll get to that in a moment. I heard something like that, a planet birth. My left leg seems taller. Okay, I'm going to share another video. Okay.
Far in the distance, there's a promise. It seems far in the distance. I put it on the altar, though it was mine. I put it on the altar.
Maybe you're just trying to get out of your body. The birthing of a planet could be really fun. It could be a complete horror show. It could be either or. You want down, Max?
We're all seeking a homeland. We're all seeking a homeland. We're all seeking a homeland.
This video was put out for December 23rd. big changes claimed. Now, I'm not saying that all these things are going to pass or going to happen. I'm just looking at the possibilities and
Good
what's been
morning,
out there.
lights. Let us discuss today all the aspects of the fifth dimension we have so far not been able to discuss. Earth's solar system deployed an all-planetary liberation operation dubbed Operation Freedom Earth near the end of
This
2018.
is not the part I'm interested in.
Special Delta security forces destroyed and removed a
I have
major
no
artificial
confirmation of
device
these people
called a
or
Dyson
anything like
sphere
that,
from the
except for
Earth's solar
possibly
system
Scottish ships and a
that
few other
literally
things
blocked all
that I have
access
not
to the
actually
fifth
looked
dimension in the
into and
first
say
few
you're coming to
hours
help us.
of this incredible galactic operation. Operation Masterpiece, another Special Light Forces mission, involved deflecting large amounts of high vibrational gamma light from the galactic core off the Earth's sun down to the planet's surface for the purpose of activating strand 4 and 5 of dormant Earth starseed DNA. The objective of this mission was to raise the atomic vibrational resonance of starseed DNA so that they could perceive
Even
the fifth
bullshit. People are
dimensional
expecting
level
bullshit, Ice
consciously.
Age,
At the
all
beginning of Operation
kinds of things.
Masterpiece, every solar
5D is coming.
observatory on Earth
I like the
recorded
opinion of
very
5D
clear
that
and
having this,
detailed photo and video of Light Force's craft performing this specific light deflection operation near the Sun. The Earth's Alliance, as well as all Earth space weather agencies, have been 100% successful in beaming this light to Earth over the last 3 Earth years. And every powerful blast of cosmic light coming from the galactic core has been measured, recorded, and documented to date. Getting the light here was only half the battle.
I don't know if that's true or
While
not. I do believe
benevolent
it is.
galactics in our solar system did the tech work to assist in raising the vibrations of Earth, this high-frequency scalar light had to be anchored to planet Earth crystalline grid in order to be stored here for the purpose of raising all beings on Earth's consciousness
I consider this
levels.
part speculation, but
The only practical way to do this was for living light forces on the ground to use their bodies as light receptacles and repositories, holding large amounts of cosmic light in their bodies and then anchoring this light to the Earth's grid. A scalar light wave is emanated by the new 5D light grid on the surface, and it is tuned to the Hertz frequency of the
so what
fourth
that says
and
to
the
me
fifth
is if
strands of
there is
DNA. For the first time
a
in
big
modern
change that will
history,
have to be
Earth's
grounded,
Alliance Intel confirms
or it could be
this
painful.
fifth dimensional energy field is now complete on the surface and is fully accessible from Earth. A tale of two timelines, a timeline only exists by the one who observes, perceives, or manifests it. A timeline is simply a manifested physical perception. Some may call it a manifested reality, but the word reality is strong. It might be
Hey, Sherry,
described better
good to see
by
ya.
perceived reality. A timeline is the observer's sole production, and its perceived
You were
content
in pants,
is the
Scotty?
result of the observer's vibrational frequency. A timeline manifestation is a pure quantum physics process with an exact resonance frequency. The frequency of a timeline falls within a dimensional frequency range. With that said, right now on planet Earth, there are two very distinct and obvious timelines: realities, vibrations, dimensions occurring. The artificial 3D mind matrix timeline. For the last 400,000 years, The 7.8 max hertz vibration
That's
has
also
dominated
speculation.
Earth DNA vibration, low negative. Negative vibrations are toxic to the star seeds. Nature
So this claiming that it's been Earth's resonance has been 7.83 hertz for 400,000 years is speculation, because it may have changed many times. If Venus came out 12,000 years ago, our resonance would have changed then. So I don't know about that. But, interesting viewpoint.
or anything natural for that matter is not included in a 3D matrix. Nature is super 5D. In the gamma state of consciousness, the new 5D gamma timeline resonates between 40 and 100 hertz. Energies of love, peace, joy, abundance, health, and freedom manifests
So
in
there
the
was the
bliss,
Schumann
heaven,
resonance
perfected state.
brought forward.
3D matrix.
Okay.
Nature is super 5D. In the gamma state of consciousness, the new 5D gamma timeline resonates between 40 and 100 hertz.
That's a hell of a range.
Energies of love, peace,
That's
joy, abundance, health, and freedom
40 and
manifests
100
in the
hertz.
bliss,
Huh.
heaven, perfected state. Every being exists in all 12 dimensions right
We do
now and
operate
right here.
between
This
7.83
is the
and 40.
multidimensionality's first promise. You can't
That's
leave a
true.
dimension like leaving 3D to go to 5D, because you always exist in all dimensions. Dimensions exist in the same time space. 3D and
I agree with
5D exist in the same time space, now and here. You exist already in both of these, as we said, but one is usually more conscious of the dimension with which they most resonate. It is possible to be fully aware of two or more dimensions consciously. This is a higher level of multidimensionality, but it will happen for
The
you in
interesting part
time.
to me was the
What happens
resonance
before one
change.
achieves
Not that
this
I think
level
they're
of conscious
correct on that.
mastery is that
They
the
don't seem to have it
dimension
nailed down to
with
any
which you resonate
specific
the most
frequency. So
becomes dominant in perception to the
I thought that would
point
be an
where the
interesting
other seems to
experiment to try
cease to
with frequency.
exist, but they are still there. For the first time on planet Earth,
See how
powerful
this has to go.
energies have caused the second gamma timeline to become stable on the surface, and two fully accessible timelines can be on the surface.
807 within 4
Now
minutes.
that we've talked about the two timelines on Earth, let's talk about the surface beings. Remember, the timeline is created by the conscious being, and it does
Yeah,
so
you're already wearing your
first by
pants. That's all I need.
resonation, but most importantly by choice. The being or the observer must choose a reality by vibrationally aligning with it, according to the laws of universal quantum physics. Also, the only thing that a dimension has in common with another is the being that is present within them at the same time.
Maybe.
The only thing that are variable here is the being or consciousness. Consciousness is the variable because it changes in rate of frequency. With that in mind, it's essential to understand the primary theory of vibration and frequency. In this universe, things that vibrate at different frequencies are strongly opposed. At 7.8 Hz, the old 3D matrix still resonates. Your new personal atomic vibration will be in the range of 21 to 40 Hz as an Earth starseed and due to the recent evolution of your consciousness.
Isn't
This is the
what they
fourth
thought?
dimension. And if you resonate close to 40 Hz, you are on the verge of shifting to the fifth dimension. As you may have noticed, the lower timeline has lost almost all resonance with you. Things in 3D, even things that were wonderful a year or two ago, are no longer wonderful. As you evolve and ascend, your being absolutely no longer resonates with the low vibration 3D matrix. And this is what is supposed to happen. We will explore this topic in future messages. I hope this has been helpful. As always, we love you deeply and wish for you to have the most abundant and joyous life possible.
Okay, so that was an interesting one. I like that they talked about the Schumann resonance. And hey, Lumen, hey, Twin, how you doing? Good to see you. And they talked about changes in us. Changes in the Earth's resonance on a constant basis would change us. Every cell in your body, pretty much, except for a few areas, um, can change completely over, in 140 days around that. So in a little over or under a half a year, you could have entirely new bodies. It's possible. If the Earth's Schumann resonance changes, and we're getting cosmic rays coming in, these changes are possible. If another planet gets birthed, that would change the Schumann resonance. So everything is about vibration, frequency, and resonance. So if we resonate at 7.83 now, which I've been listening to, I went back because I haven't listened to it for a few weeks, and I listened to it, and it doesn't sound quite right anymore, which was interesting. This was after I listened to this video, so it may be something psychological too, but it just didn't sound right. I don't know how many of you have listened to 7.83 hertz, but may freeze to death. Yeah, I went outside today. It's minus 14 here. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. Pretty damn cold. Zero meets at 42 below. So, or not, was it minus 42? Yeah, something like that. It's quite a ways down there. But yeah, it's freaking cold. Where was I? So yeah, if they can change the Earth's Schumann resonance by whatever means, pole shift, I don't know if even an ice age would do that. That's possible too. Some of your pipes are frozen. Oh, that sucks. What's 782? What are you talking about? Is that a frequency? But by any means, and everybody's been claiming something's happening soon. And you were just mentioning volcanoes going off, or not volcanoes, but having tremors, earthquakes. Interesting. I'm wondering if the planet Venus is going to give birth. That would be amazing. 57 degrees Fahrenheit. That's pretty cold. So if the resonant frequency of the Earth changes, that would change us. We also have energies coming in from the galactic center. And it seems that a lot of effort has been put into suppressing these things from affecting us, keeping us at a low resonance. I've been watching for it on my apps and devices. I use the ElectroSmart in that. I can't measure the changes of the actual frequency. I can only measure its power level. They're doing the same things this year that they did last year with power levels. So I don't know what they could do to stop the Earth's Schumann resonance from changing. This could be the possibility of why they have created CERN. CERN is more powerful than the Earth's magnetic field. It can produce more magnetic energy than the Earth. And I wonder if that might be something they're going to try. There are all kinds of possibilities for suppression. They are suppressing us electronically, chemically, of course. But it's just kind of interesting that your responses were so accurate. Anyways, they seem bang on, as they always do with the destinations. I'm just excited to see what happens, if anything happens. Yeah, I saw that actually, Sherry. Two eyes, a nose, a chin, a line. Yeah, it looked like the face on Mars. It kind of did. I remember that. Thank you for reminding me of that. There are so many thoughts that I had. They're whizzing through my head right now. Got to take a moment and capture one because there was so many related things. The moon in itself, I discussed last night. Um, always seems like it's been put there. It's unlike the most unlikely thing in our solar system. Size, its density. You were friends with Ingo Swann? Nice. I do. I've only really heard about him. I've seen him in an interview once, and he was sort of some of the inspiration for why I just do it the way I do it. I don't. I've never learned from anyone how to remote view. I just started doing it, and it's been amazing. Um, he was the one who suggested do it your own way, and I'm always for that. So that's what we did. We did it our way. A whole box of thoughts. Oh, that'd be cool. Equals open vehicles, terraforming Earth, skywriting. Yeah, we got the impression out of one of the previous destinations last weekend about terraforming, how this war may be used as a terraforming operation. I hope you're in 5D, Scotty boy. Uh, Swan likes pants as long as they're full of money. I hope so. Everybody likes money. I don't really like. I actually do. I think most people like money. The idea of holding that type of energy in your hand. But there are other forms of money or things that could do it for us. Where the hell is that? Something started up. Where is that? Okay, there we go. I'll have to watch that later. Fan of or no fan? Okay, not a fan of money. I'm not. But there are things that you can do with money that we should be able to do anyways, but we're not on an equal exchange system, really. That could be a total change too if society comes to an enlightenment stage. We get rid of that. Stop presenting. So that's pretty much my thoughts on that. I don't know what's going to happen. I do find that you guys are pretty accurate with what you view. And it did show a change. Didn't say when. Indications to me were possibly even as soon as now, tonight. Sophia had the impression that it was going to happen on March 27th, I think. As I say, I don't have access to the replay chat at the moment. I probably do prefer something other than capitalism, yeah. Because with mankind working together, we could do the great works again. We could do things greater than the pyramids, greater than all of it. We have the technology widespread enough over the planet, we could do pretty much anything we want. We could build space platforms. We could build giant ships to go to the stars. Anything we wanted to. We could remodel the Earth to make its resonance conducive to life, happiness, and prosperity. Until we clean up our mess. Yeah, a lot of people think that we're a prison planet. That's a possibility too. But we have to try to break out of the prison to see if we're who our jailers are. Time may change me, but I can't trace time. Sort of like communityism. Maybe. I don't know what it would be like. I could envision one where we all put a little time into a lot of different things, breaking up our lives into little different sections. Go work on a farm for a while. Go work something technical for a while. Do all kinds of different things. Do all kinds of different things all the time. We could remodel our world into a great place, starting off with different communities doing different things in different ways, thousands and thousands of them. And then the ones that work out, they would prosper and be promoted and taken up in other places. But we first have to have the ability to try the different things. We haven't been given that ability with the limitations that we've been put under. So we need to free ourselves from these limitations with energy. That's one of the keys. Something different than the monetary system we have now. I don't know what, but something completely different. I'm happy too. Yeah, I've created quite the paradise for myself. I have what I like to call heaven on earth. Prison of ego. Yeah, that is true. Many do. Some people have a bad ego, where they're self-deprecating. Some people have a good ego, where they're bolstering themselves as the Lord of Lords, Yeah, it goes both ways though, Scotty. Some people have to stand up before they fall. Some people have to fall first. That goes both ways. Some people fall many times. Ego is what keeps us in the 3 carbon 6s. Well, for short periods of time, you guys put your ego aside and take in messages from the ether, the universe, God, Christ, whatever you want to call it, the third eye. When you put your ego aside, your messages come in clear and you guys are bang on. And that's kind of what we're learning to do there, is put the ego aside. Don't think of the self. Put the self aside and just be with the ether. Be one with the ether. It's a bi thing, up and down. Up and down thing, okay. Yeah, in a way. Like the video previously, it kind of explained 3D, 4D, 5D. They're all right here. There's nowhere to go. They all exist in the same space-time. So, some people think that we can experience time from the past through the ether, and there are certain levels and dimensions that allow us to do that. Or it's just a record that's kept in light and energy. Could be either. But yeah, we do kind of break through the 3D. That's a pretty good way to think about it. It's hard to put terms on these things, 3D, 5D. Higher dimensions, I don't know, are they higher? How much higher? Do you know if there's a point where it starts and stops? I don't know. We're into the microwaves now. Those are pretty high frequencies. Are they changing us too? Is the frequency they're putting out now, is it meant to change us? Suppress us? I'm just, it's just my ear trying to go to the mall. Carbon-based life forms have 6 electrons, 6 protons, and 6 neutrons, apparently, although I don't believe in that. It's a strong physical binding. Yeah, I think everything's made from electrons. You can call things, one side of it, you can call that an electron, that a muon. You can give different names to them, and they do. Even consensus on the parts of light, it hasn't happened yet. People need to look back to the ancients for that knowledge, because it's apparent when you see it. You know, there's a positive, negative. There's a disk in there. It's hard to see, but there's an accretion disk. All of the toroidal, hyperboloid, dipole, magnetic electric universe made from the juice of life, right? Yeah, lizards. Yeah, those lizards, they're everywhere. I wonder if at the end of it we do take back the planet, only to find that the lizards are in control and they smote us or smoke us, you know. Send in a cataclysm, send in the asteroids to bomb Earth. I don't know. Well, physicality is kind of an illusion too, Steve-O. Because really you're made up of this, which isn't, it's just energy, frequency, and vibration. So you're not really made of, you're made of those, and they come together and look like particles, but they're not really particles. Well, in a sense they are once they come together, I guess. Ticky-tacky. Oh, yeah, they do. They look the same. They look exactly the same. It's interesting. When you look at light on, a light beam straight on, it's just a bunch of these swirling. They're all side by side in a pattern. Oh, like Planet of the Apes ending. Oh, yeah, you bet. Yeah, you blew it up. Yeah, that could be the end. The reptilians, I don't think, have much of a problem with restarting the planet. Some of the stories I've heard say that the reptilian queens are, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of years old. Waiting a few thousand for this Earth to replenish itself really wouldn't be a big deal to a species that lived that long. Hey, Circle K, how you doing? Yeah, the Lincoln statue was an ape. But we have to get to that point. We have to take back control of the planet and the knowledge that's been hidden from us in order to find out if we do have any controllers up above that. A lot of people believe we do. And a lot of what we remote view seems to show that. Those types of people, seem to be in charge. I'm not happy about it because it's a terrible, horrible thing to think about, that we're ruled by somebody else. But when we look into space, we see nothing pretty much but war, fighting. Space is not a happy place. It's not a wonderland of beings reaching out to give you loving, caressing helps up. There may be species out there like that, but the majority of them are warring. They'll take advantage of you. So even if we do get a savior or a savior race come to help us, we have to be very, very careful. Last night's class wasn't saying, yeah, you guys were on the mark. Yeah, there's something interesting that happened yesterday too. Now, I don't know how this happens. My device always records. Now, I heard there were going to be changes on the 21st. Now, on the 21st, I had an incredibly lucky day. So, he felt rearranged while sleeping last night. I used this ElectroSmart app, and here is what happened yesterday. At least on my app. Now, I don't know what's going on there. 38 is an incredibly low reading for my area. I'll show you. Usually I'm up in the 60s to 70s range. But for some reason yesterday, this has never happened in 3 years, 3.5, almost 4 years of using this app. I have never had that number or a number close to that in my existence in this city. So I am wondering if something's happening. That app keeps a constant record. And yeah, that's a possibility, Sir K. All day that can. We'll take everything back. I'm hoping so. More courage, less bitches. Electric Universe, yeah. So I haven't felt any actual physical changes or anything like that. I haven't really felt any spiritual changes. I don't know. But I was very lucky a few days ago. I'm happy, cross-reference the date and time with last Christmas. Maybe they're going to see their family and stop using the weapons. Got to watch last night's episode. I played it, the destination just a short while ago. And what it looked like was a really rough start to the change. There was a lot of turmoil, probably a lot of death. Or maybe it's someone important is close to you and you don't know it, so they turn down the tone. Yeah, Steve, you should watch last night's episode. People were talking about these changes coming, and we really haven't done much on it. We've been absorbed kind of recently with the war in Ukraine, but even that seems to be playing into this whole thing as well. 1970s for the holidays, nice. The young and the retarded are watched over. Okay. I'm covered. Okay. There's too much gravity. Now, there are times when I do feel more gravity, but that's usually used in proximity to cell phone towers. I have had that experience before. Well, I need a donut. We've been on for a while. Snack time. I hope you guys brought snacks. There you go. Nom, nom, nom. Everyone have a bite. I'm trying to share. Yeah, wear some pants, Scotty boy. You do it in the 5D, so you can do it here. Oh, that's the temperature there. Hold on, sir. Okay. You lost me there. Oh, okay. I decided to get into the 70s here for the holidays. Yeah, I was looking at the weather map earlier too. 70s, that's pretty nice. It's all about the hard boil. It's not in the 1970s till I find some platform shoes. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I had a Christmas back in 2012 was 7 degrees here. That's what is that? 1456. It was pretty warm for up here. Yeah, I thought you'd have some goldfish platform shoes or something. I thought that's what I was thinking. I had a whole different scene going on. 70s for Christmas. I thought it was a 70s themed Christmas. Put on your tie-dye t-shirt, your platform shoes, get your butterfly collar going. Bell bottoms. Yeah, fish tank shoes. Yeah, exactly. That's the way to go. Gold chains. Yep. Big hairy chest. You know. Oh, and the big afro. You got to have the big afro. The 70s was a pretty innocent time, at least in Canada. Things were good, you know. Life was good back then. An average person could make a good income. Then the 80s came along. Yeah, right. Remember Leisure Suit Larry in the land of the lounge lizards? See, it's true. It's absolutely true. We're being prepped. We were being prepped when we were young with Leisure Suit Larry in the land of the lounge lizards. To think that lizards are good. Some in good weather. Yeah, our weather is not natural at all. This, if you watch Real BP Earthwatch, I'll give you guys this channel. Where's my keyboard? What'd you do with my keyboard, Max? Okay. There we go. Yeah, he explains what they're doing, how they're altering the weather to do what, with the chemtrails, the energy waves, and of course the existing clouds, all combined. They use these things to alter our weather. Our weather is not natural. Climate, quote unquote, change. If you want to stop climate change, stop changing the weather. Really would help. Sorry about that, guys. Hope I didn't ear rape you there. Oh, that probably was. So we know that they're altering our weather. They're altering the energy patterns of the Earth. They're trying to alter our brain waves with the Lily wave in the wiring in your house and the wiring in the streets, putting out cell tower radiation to which alters your mood and can make you sick, causing flu-like symptoms. We know what it causes. Read Electric Rain and vote. Uncle Jesse even put out a video on Dulcie a few years back. Okay. Who's Uncle Jesse? Bill Murray. If the Gulf Stream stops, you'll probably freeze. Maybe. Yeah, don't pay attention to your hair falling out. He's BP Earth? Okay. I don't know. Yeah, that's his. I put his link in. That's his name? Okay. I don't listen to him that often, actually. So every once in a while when he comes up with something interesting, I listen. Most of the times. I know they're messing with the weather. The Tibetans have been messing with the weather since forever. Huh. The U.S. discovered it at, it was way before that, but what they discovered was when they had a battle with cannon fire and muskets, it would rain downwind the next day. So, so they learned that, and they expanded on that to the point now where they're adding energy to the atmosphere and seeding the skies to create what weather they want, you know. So you guys down in the mid of the U.S. are having a really cold time. That's because they want you to suffer. They're doing it on purpose. This is all being done on purpose. The supply chain. We've had a small power outages here for the past couple of days. They've done one or two. They did one during the daytime. I think it was Thursday. And they did a small one yesterday, I think it was. Yeah. So Thursday and Friday, they tried with a small power outages. Now they can claim it's the storm, which I'm sure it will be. But they are practicing with the ability to shut it off and give you false claim as to what it is. So they can use a storm as a cover for if they want to decide to take out your power. They just say, well, the storm took it out. We're working on it, you know. What's that? The corona crap. Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, sorry. They tried in my city. They tried to push masking on schools, but everybody refused, and it got dropped. So there is positive news, guys, that if enough people refuse, it will stop. Saying no does work. Right now, they're trying to pass the World Health Organization treaty between our countries and the World Health Organization that when they pass down a mandate or an edict, all countries must follow it or have sanctions put on them. I believe the eventual goal at the end of it, they have the ability or may have the ability to call in UN troops to enforce mandates. They love to burn us out. That's why January has 31 days. Focus on the weather and pay no attention to the new budget. Yeah. Yeah, the omnibus bill coming in. In Canada, they're trying to pass internet censorship laws. Give this the government CB or Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, the CBC, give them the ability to censor people, to charge people as broadcasters, or to they want us. They're messing with the monetary system of it, trying to. Yes, it can be, Freeman. It can be manipulated by the mind. Orgone energy. People have made orgone cannons that will alter the clouds and change the weather. China's given everyone the sickness, and now they're talking about sending people worldwide. Yeah, well, right? That's how they spread the disinformation, right? Biden's Christmas speech, God bless the troops. What troops? Yeah. It's really coming to a head. And this winter is going to be could be hellish for a lot of people. It's happening for people in Europe. Apparently, some of them are having to burn manure for heat at the moment in the UK. So that be prepared for power outages, guys. I think that's going to be coming. Keep a lighter in your pocket at all times so that you can find your way to something that'll light up your house. Yeah, what troops and why, right? They do tell you, yeah, we're not at war right now. We just have troops out there doing stuff. God bless those troops. Fighting for us in the war we're not in. Yeah, he's been slipping up a lot lately. We had the end of our January 6th commission, the Trucker Strike Commission in Canada. And as expected, absolutely nothing was done about it so far. No charges have been laid. Justin Trudeau doesn't have to pay $500 for misspeaking in Senate, in the Parliament. We're sending buttloads of our tax dollars to Ukraine and Canada. Justin Trudeau is right on board with printing more money for the Ukraine and charging us for it. They're also not talking on the mainstream news about the Twitter drops, where they show the collusion between the government and Twitter to suppress information during the election. Their involvement in deleting accounts, nothing being put out at all about that on the mainstream, on the MSN, the bought and paid for television. Hi, Desert Rose. Merry Christmas. Oh, yeah, I remember. Much love to you, and Much love to your mother on her way. We visited people on the way, Desert Rose. You'll be happy to know that she will not be suffering. When we watched Milky Way go on his way, he did all the things. He did a lot of stuff. He went and visited the Antarctica, the supposed birthplace of Jesus. He went for a ride in a fast car. He did a bunch of things. And then he went up a stairway in the desert, or a ladder or stairway in the desert. It was beautiful. I hope we all pass that way. With Pelosi as a groupie. Did you see her kissing Zelensky? She's going to get a buttload of money from him. Well, yeah, it's better to just, pass it back and forth in the boardroom, So I'm excited to see if we have some changes coming, guys. I don't know if we will. But you guys are pretty accurate. So I think something's up. I don't know what's up with my app. Doing a 38 on the Tesla scale the other day. That's just bizarre. You can see the green light. I know it's not in focus. Let's see if we can get it. Nah. But anyway. Insane. Yeah, they see nothing wrong. All of these, they don't even see it though, because all they watch is mainstream media. So they're going to have their views made for them, Yeah, see, there's an average reading. This is the live reading, 70. Now I'm show you guys I'm wearing a grounding bracelet. I also have other grounding things on me. If I wasn't wearing these at the reading of that, my teeth would be hurting me. I'd be in incredible pain. I'd have a temple headache in the side right there. Hey, Max. Oh, it's almost time for the end of the show, I guess. You going over there? Some goodies in goodies in handy or candy? What are you getting? A handy? Every time I remote view folks who have passed, I see them in spaceships. No Max last night. My roommate's ship was sort of steampunked. Okay. Handy and a candy. Oh. Special Christmas for Desert Rose. Spaceship people that passed. That's interesting. Maybe they go and visit spaceships. See if they're real, for sure. Seeing is believing, right? He didn't make an appearance. Yeah, he did. Here he is. Oh, yeah. Max did not make an appearance last night. I was on Andromeda 7, and he came up then. Do you need your screen time? Yes, you're beautiful. Yes, you can, Desert Rose. You can see her journey, where she is right now, and even possibly where she's going. Steampunk is kind of weird. It's kind of cool, too. I like the chunkiness of it. Some of it's very ornate and beautiful. You're getting fur all over me. I loves you. There you go. Get your screeny time. Yeah, I like steampunk too. Let's see if you're just making a brief appearance there. There you are. Full attention on you. Is that better? Now I can't see the chat. Hey, Temperance. Best wishes. I'd like to have a steamboat just to go in the water. Yeah. What's that? Steamlined. Nice. I'm headed for the sun, but he always said he wanted oblivion. You like Alvin and the Chipmunks. Yeah, someone walks by and loses an arm. Oh, hide that. We bought, he has presents for Christmas Day. We have a turkey and a nice meal planned. All right, guys, I think that's all we've got on that. That was awesome. I'm going to have class tonight, Christmas Eve class. So we'll have to see what the destination for that is. That could be interesting. I don't know what it is at the moment. So you got toys for the dogs? Nice. Right? Have Dad get you treats. We got a whole cupboard full of treats. So he can have his choice. All right, guys. Much love to you all. Keep that third eye open. Use your intelligence and your intuition. Until next time. Maybe tonight. Bye-bye.